Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat, 'cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, 'cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this live. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. 'Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this live. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So you thought I would let this live, thought you knew me so much better. Thought you knew me so much better.
I know that I just met you, but you look, oh girl, you blow my mind. I know what I would like to do, but you just keep on talking. I see your dog needs walking. Your folk drive you insane. I know, yeah, that's true. Of course, you ain't the one to blame. Keep on talking to me. You keep on telling me your dreams. You keep on talking to me, but I just wanna see you move. Yeah, I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. Wanna see you move. Sure, I like to listen. It's not like I don't wanna know. It's just that you've been talking to me 3 nights in a row. I think it's time to let go. Forget the past, just lose control. 'Cause life's too short for yapping. Come on and dance, come give me soul. You keep on talking to me. You keep just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move. I just wanna see you move.
What's going on? What's going on?
This moment, I cannot say what's wrong or right.
No.
It's not hard to fool me.
Welcome back.
'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah.
Hey.
I follow. No need to say.
In the chat room.
We are heading down.
Do me a favor.
I follow.
Put your age, city, gender.
Shove it off.
Age, city, gender.
Shove it off.
Come on.
Tell your good life.
Tonight we're going to do a dealer's choice. You see the title of the show. You see the title of the show. Married to Jesus. Why should God send you a high value husband? But I'm going to also give you an option. Choice 1 or choice 2. Why should God send you a high value husband? Oh, I'm too blank. I am too blank to be single. Which one do y'all want to do? Married to Jesus or ladies? This is for the ladies. She's too blank to be single. Married to Jesus or she's too blank to be single. I'm too educated. I'm too smart. I'm too fine. I'm too sexy. I'm too fit. I'm too whatever. I'm too paid. I'm too dope to be single. 1 or 2. Married to Jesus. Why should God send you a high value husband? Or 2. Man, bump what you talking about, yeah, Father. I am too blank to be single. Are you seeing this? Let's get it. Come on. Show out in the chat room. Let me know what you want to do. Remember, it's up to you. I got both of them loaded and ready. Every now and then I like to do a dealer's choice. I like to give people in the chat room an opportunity to choose what's playing tonight. All right, do you want to choose what's playing tonight? There we go. There we go. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to what's soon becoming one of your favorite Monday night destinations. Let's just call it, I don't know. I don't even want to call it something. I've always had a thing for circles or a Fibonacci sequence. Maybe something that has to do with the golden ratio, phi, spiral, the circle. I don't know. Here we go. All right. But here's what I'm going to ask you. If you want to have a say in the show, all you got to do is it's your opportunity. 1 or 2. Before we get in here, we got 1,600 people going. But you guys, if we don't have over 900 likes, what are we doing? Don't just get in here and start talking and start typing, speaking to your friends, saying what's going on, exchanging war stories, giving high fives, talking about that 24-year-old woman in the story earlier today. 24. 24. Right. She was 24. Woo! It's amazing. I found 2 women who got engaged last week on the same show on YouTube on the same call. What are the odds? So, let's see what's going on. Travis Russell, I'm going to block you if you type that in there one more time. Oh, the heck happened? know why I put it down. There we go. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, shut down, but it's back. Calm down, people. Damn. Microphone check, microphone checker. Microphone check, microphone checker. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. You guys understand that there's like a delay in the show, right? There's a 30-second delay. So, all right. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Do we want to talk about how so many of these women, so many of these women are, I'm just waiting for the Lord to send me the right man, but I'm strong and independent and don't need no man until pray upon the power of white Jesus to send me my strong chocolate Boaz who's 6 feet tall, making 6 figures or more, and whatever the last 6 is, that's up to, and a 6-pack. Lord, see, the problem with that one is it's almost too easy. It's almost too easy. It's almost too easy. 1 means, which one do you want to pick? Here's what it means. 1 or 2. 1, we're going to be talking about married to Jesus. Why should God send you a high value man? Or 2, all these women that think all these entitled women, I'm too fine to be single. I'm too educated to be single. I'm too built to be single. I'm too smart to be single. I'm too connected to be single. I'm too bad to be single. I'm too paid to be single. You know, all these things that these women are. So this is what I want y'all to talk about. But today, guys, I got to say, today I had a great meeting over with my friends at the Roommates Podcast. Shout out to you guys over there. Shout out to Stefan Laboisiere. Stefan Speaks. He and I had a great meeting today. There will be collaborations with me and Stefan in the future. Guys, the message is the tent is expanding. The tent is expanding. Today's fragrance is one you probably never heard of. I tend to have the fragrances lined up right here. Dolce & Gabbana Private Line. One of my favorite fragrances in the world. And hella hard to get. Velvet Oriental Musk. This is the new Louis Vuitton one I picked up based on white incense. And that's the rest of the Dolce & Gabbana line. I'm going to tell you right now, these amber fragrances slap your mama good. When I wear amber skin and amber sun, ooh, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Don't leave your girl around me when I'm smelling like these amber fragrances. I'm just telling you that right now. This right here, Velvet Incenso, this line is just dynamite. I think it's madly overpriced for what it is, though. As much as I love these fragrances, they are mad overpriced. But since we're going to talk about mad overpriced, got a video I'm going to be doing for Roja Dove. This going to run here. Musk Oud Absolute. I need to learn how to pronounce this. Preus Absolute. Roja Dove Musk Oud Absolute. This one, if you know anything about this fragrance line, you know this is crazy. This bottle is like $1,000. Yes, 1 ounce of this fragrance is $1,000. And then this one came today. You gotta love it when you come home and there's a box on the delivery from is waiting for you. When you have a box that comes in from Harrods, they don't just leave it. The driver sits there and waits for you and hands it to you. My compliments from Harriet. Roja Dove. H, exclusive black tier. We're going to start getting into some higher end perfumery because some of this stuff you just wear it for yourself. Woo! So, I'm seeing, Killian is in a different, it's in a lower league. 1K sheesh. Understand something, man. It's all relative, guys. I would never tell somebody to go spend that much money on a fragrance. Never. The average fragrance wearer, you would never know the difference between it anyway. It's like even when I was a wine sommelier, I never told people to go spend a lot of money on an expensive wine. But when you're a collector, you're a connoisseur, it's something different. But let's get into it. I'm seeing a bunch of ones. So let me scroll back through here and see what we got. If you type in caps, you'll be timed out. Okay, I'm seeing ones dominate. Ones. If you type in all caps, you will be timed out. If you curse, you will be timed out. If you call women bees, you'll be timed out. If you use the F word, you'll be timed out. Act like grown men. Now, you're going to say, well, sometimes you curse too. Yeah, but it's my show. Especially when you say something like women ain't that. I mean, come on, man. I can't allow that to go on. All right, so we got ones going on in here. Understand something. Folks talk about, oh, don't do this. Here's the thing. I expect one thing, gentlemen. Some people drive Civics. Some people drive Accords. Some people drive Lamborghinis. And see, that's the difference when I talk about high value men. The men who actually put the work in and do whatever, they spend their money somewhere. Some people spend it on paintings. Some people spend it on shoes, cigars, wine. High value men always have some sort of hobby. Some people have a hobby. Some people golf. If you belong to a country club, your monthly country club dues $500-$700 a month, $1,000. Some places $5,000 a month just for dues, and then the green fees. See, understand something. But membership has its privileges. Again, you want to be a high value man? You can't be a high value man without a network, and a network is an exclusive group. All right. So I'm going to watch all the butt hurt men in the comment section. Well, it's not about this. Well, it's not about that. Broke. See, you know it's about that. You just don't like it. See, the guys who understand the game and don't complain about it, big ups. Dude that says, hey, man, I'm making $30,000 a year, and I know it's like that. It's all good. Those are the guys I like. The guys I poke fun at are the guys that are making $50,000 a year. You know the game, but you try to virtue signal like, oh, you don't need all that to be a man. Okay. Again, if I see you get timed out, you're going to, anyway. So here's what we got. 2,800 people in here. The chat room's going kind of crazy. Do you guys need me to slow it down? Let's see if we can. Let's do the slow chat, because I think it's going a little too fast. Married to Jesus is what we're going to talk about. Married to Jesus. Far too many women today are walking around like they are married to Jesus. What does that mean? Well, when you ask these women, hey, why don't you have a husband? You got all the other boxes checked. You graduated from high school, you went to college, you have a degree, you have a nice job, you have a nice car. You're living a what would seem to be average, normal, middle class life. You're maybe a nice looking woman. But what's wrong here? What's the problem? And these women tend to be 26 and above. See, well, 20, I'll take that back. They tend to be 27 and above. See, when women are 26 and below, unless they were really raised die hard in the church, you don't really hear many women talking about, I'm going to wait on the Lord to send me somebody. I'm going to go ahead and have to time you out, man. Steve, we don't highlight me, man. Okay. So I'm going to remove your comment. Please stop. Oh, damn. Super chat. No sleep. Then he came through with the big bomb. You have to put that up on the screen. Okay. Many women, especially women who, let's just be real, folks. Many women who should be married, they should be married, but they're not. And instead of just dealing with the fact that while they're not married, what do? They turn around and blame it on the Lord. There we go. They turn around and blame it on the Lord. Hey, Keisha, why aren't you married? Well, God ain't sent the right man for me yet. You know what? But I'm going to keep my head down and I'm going to keep praying. And the Lord is going to make a way and da-da-da-da-da. And that ain't how God works. All these women in the
Danger zone.
They're in the danger zone when they start talking about God's going to send me a man. The danger zone is where it starts. See, from age 18 to 25, they're in the prime of their life. They got men shooting their shot left and right. Even a woman who's a 5, an average looking woman with social media, you got guys shooting shots online, and you're bouncing between this offer and that offer, and you're just having a good time. But after that 25th birthday, the day after the 25th birthday, there's a switch that goes off in every woman's mind. There's a switch that goes off in every woman's mind, and they realize, uh-oh, I'm on the downslide to 30. Women are happy on their 25th birthday. They're not as happy on their 26th birthday. Year 26 is the year of change for these women because so many of these women have seen their college girlfriends get married. They're starting to have their college girlfriend got married at 22, 21, 22, 23. Many of them are on their first kid. Some of them are on their second kid. They're having life milestones. They're moving out of that little cracker box apartment in the city, and they're getting a nice condo or getting a townhome in the suburbs. You know, they all of a sudden they don't hang out with, Tiffany like they used to, because Tiffany's married to Keith, and they're out doing what married couples do. On Saturday morning, they wake up and eat breakfast and watch cartoons, and they got to run out to Central Market, and he's going to go ride his bike, and then they do all their family activities, and Saturday night they watch movies and da-da-da. Family activities completely different. And Sunday morning they wake up and they go to church, go have dinner, go by their in-laws' house, catch a game on TV, and then getting ready. Married people are living lives, but the single girlfriends are starting to realize that pack of 5 women that she hung out with in college, the cutest one got married first. And then slowly but surely, all of them are married, are gone, or in a long-term relationship, except for her. In year 26, she's alone, and she starts looking towards the
Danger zone.
She can see it coming. Here comes the danger zone. I see it over the hill.
Danger zone.
Then she hits, and all of a sudden she starts seeing around other 26-year-olds. Other 27, 30-year-olds, 32-year-olds. And then all of a sudden she goes from being hot girl summer in Miami Beach and spring break and all this stuff, still trying to live the college life, to where all the men, and this is when they get heavy. They get heavy online dating. POF, Bumble, Tinder. They're out. This is when they get crazy in the game. These women around this time start going out with 2 and 3 or 4 or 5 different men at a time. And that's cool, but they still are picking men like they picked them when they were young. They don't have any father. There's no one helping them vet. They're just wasting time. So what ends up happening after a year or two of constant dating, new date after new date, man, guys, you've never asked yourself what it's like to be a woman, but imagine what it's like to get all these guys trying to shoot their shots at you, and you decide to say, this guy is nice, this guy's nice, this guy's nice. She's got 3 dates in a week. Some people have 3 dates in a day, and they have to tell the same story over and over again. These women, a lot of these women in this phase, they don't even have guys' names saved in the phone. They save the guy by something to remember him. Ooh, smells good. Ooh, red shirt. Ooh, pickup truck. And over and over and over, because the women don't want to be out here dating like this. They want to settle down, but they have society telling them, hey, get out here and live hot girl summer. But their biological urge and the things they want are speaking in different directions. So they find themselves in a church to where there are only old men, questionable sexuality men, and boys, teenagers and other men between the ages of 18 and 40 are missing in action from the church. And if they do exist, they're married. So she's in church on Sunday, and she sees Tiffany and Keith coming in with, his son and the newborn daughter, and they're dressed nicely, and they're just looking like a Norman Rockwell picture or a Cosby photo. And she's just like, Lord, I met some nice guys, and this guy is cool, and that guy's cool, and God, Lord, this is too much. I don't want to just keep cycling through these guys, and I don't want to keep riding. I don't want to just jump in and out of bed with somebody, because that's not right. And I'm a Christian, and Lord, please. So they go to the altar. They make that walk to the altar, and they go to the altar call. They throw their hands up in the air, and the tears start streaming, and they recommit themselves to God, recommit themselves to the Lord. And then they become super active in church. How many ladies am I talking to right now? Super active in church. And they're there 2, 3, sometimes 4 days out of the week. Women's ministry, Sunday service, singles ministry. Especially if you're at a mega church, they're there. But the thing is, there are no men there. There are more women there. So they start hanging out with their girlfriends. They get a new pack of girls. Except you're not a girl anymore. You're a woman. You're 28 years old, and you're still trying to do what you did when you were 21. You're going to the same places, but it don't feel the same no more. You're trying to do the stuff you did, but you can't bounce back like you used to. You're trying to twerk, and you can't get back up because you done put on a few pounds. You can't drink like you used to because you got those projects due, and it gets to be overwhelming to where a woman just throws her hands up in the air and say, Lord, take it away, Jesus. Take it away. Lord, I'm going to leave it to you. The pastor said that live your best life. The pastor quoted some verses and scriptures that I interpreted that if I just sit here and patiently wait on the Lord will provide. It's not my time. It's this other person's time. They take that prosperity gospel that's preached that makes God a genie, a cosmic Santa Claus, and not the God of faith without works is dead, not the Old Testament God, not the God that actually requires you to get out and do work. No. This God is just there to fulfill wishes. He's an eternal lottery ticket. they turn it over to God, and they're in church, doing church things, then living worldly lives. They're still dating. Now, she's not going to stop dating. She's having her itch scratched somewhere. And this goes on and on. And what happens? She's around these other women, and they begin to get even more, they get further and further from the young, hopeful, optimistic women they were at 19 and 20 to we're all a good men and I can't find no men. They're further in their career. They're making more money than they were making in their 20s. They bought more stuff. They got more debt. They've likely bought a pet. So now you have a guy come by and he's a plumber or an accountant and he's making $60,000 a year and she can't date him because she's making $60,000 and that's not going to be good enough. From 27 to 35, these women turn it over to the Lord and say, God will send me a high value husband. But here's the thing. You start hearing all this stuff about Ruth and Boaz. This becomes the whole thing. This is where they start getting all the scriptural things, misinterpret them left and right. Then after 35, here's what happens. When they get from the danger zone, when they go from the to other side from 36 to 60, no man's land. This is when they start talking about Abraham and Sarah and Hagar. Well, Abraham was 900 and Sarah was 700 and they had baby. So they become darn near part-time preachers and theological scholars in relationships. But then yet you ask them, why do you want a high value man? What kind of answer do you get? Why should God send it? What do you want? So I got to ask, ladies, if you've been sitting, if this sounds like you've gone from high school to college and from college to your job, you done slid up into the danger zone, you done got in the church, you done got active involved in church, you've lived in the world, you're dating a lot, but you done turned over the reins of of finding your man to God and it's not working because no one's knocking on your door. Nobody's ringing the bell. No one's trying to drop to one knee to make you their wife. You're just as unsuccessful as the women outside of the church. See, at least your friend who don't go to church, she can say she's out there. You're supposed to have better results because you in the church. You're doing it right. I mean, you're too much of a Christian to be single. You're too good to be single. You're too educated. You're too smart. You're too fine. See, I tied them all together. See, your godfather's good. I am sanctified, dipped in the blood. I am too saved to be single. Why should God send you a high value husband? Well, it said, he who findeth a wife find a good thing. Let's look and see what's going on. Oh, we ain't even halfway there. We got 3,600 people watching. We only have 1,300 likes. No, we don't do that. Come on, get my likes up, man. Get my likes up, come on. Let's go techno. Go death metal. too fast. Get my likes up. Thank you. Get my likes up, please. I don't like to have to do the intermission song, but we will. All right, ladies. If that sounds kind of like you, well, I'm not in church. I don't go to church, but I believe in God, and I have been talking to God a lot more because I can't talk to I don't have no male friends to talk to. I don't talk to my daddy. I don't know him. I don't, my married girlfriends are married. I don't know. So I got to go talk to somebody who's going to soothe me. And then you go to church and the preacher keep telling you, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord, wait on the Lord. But go ahead and pass this collection plate and tithes and offerings. The next thing you know, the money that you should be using to get you a personal trainer, get you an image consultant, get you a therapist, get you a matchmaker to help you get competitive out there, you putting it in the offering plate. I'm not saying don't work in 501c3. I'm saying I see far too many single women who would say, I would never pay for a date for a guy putting money in church because you think you can bribe God into sending you a man. But here's the question. Are you even ready? Why should God send you a high value husband? Well, I'm ready, Kevin. I went to college. I have a nice career. I don't have any children. I'm not in a major debt. I have student loans, but I'm current with my payments. My credit rating is decent. I'm active. I exercise. I wear my natural hair. I'm attractive. I mean, I check all the boxes. I'm too I'm too beautiful, too gorgeous, too fine, too educated, too sophisticated. I'm too bad of a chick to be single. And I'm a Christian. What else should I have to do? Oh, that's the problem. Somebody in the comment section said, well, what else should a woman have to do other than be young and beautiful? Oh, it requires more than just being young and beautiful, ma'am. If young and beautiful, that was all that mattered, you could go get somebody who didn't speak your language. She could speak a foreign language. See, he who findeth a wife finds a good thing. That means you're a wife before you get found. Are you a wife? Are you a wife yet? Are you ready to be a high value wife? If Boaz walked into church with the theme song music playing behind him, smelling like Creed Aventus in his nice well-cut dark suit, his nicely polished boots or nice cap-toe loafers, crisp white shirt, nicely tied four-in hand knot with his suit, smelling great, clean, fresh, masculine, Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, Creed Aventus, the things that Green Irish Tweed just smells like a man. And you're sitting there next to him in church and you're like, oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet Jesus. He smells so good. And he looks like he works out. You can see the shoulders and the chest is here and the stomach is there and the V is, and he's taller than me too. Oh my God, Jay. And you just all into it. like every other woman in church. And he's sitting right next to you. What do you do? Do you drop your handkerchief? Do you talk to him? What do you do? What do you do? How do you, what? You see him, other women see him. What do you do? What do you do? Well, what would Becky do? What would Becky do? Because so many of our women believe all they got to do is look cute. So many of our women believe all they got to do is look cute and then that's enough. No, cute is the price of admission. But if you want to be a high value wife, and the worst thing is what happens when he comes to your church, visiting your mega church, because there are plenty of these mega churches have high value men in them. Yep, high value single men. Because a mega church is a great place to network and do business. You can't find him on Bumble or Tinder or POF seeking arrangement. You just gonna find an arrangement. You can't find him on Match or any of these other places. He comes into your area, but have you developed the social skills to be able to attract and keep a man at this level? What have you been doing since high school? You just been dating. Let's get into it, ladies. Why should God send you a high value husband? Are you ready to be a high value wife? I mean, I know you want it, but are you ready for it? Why do you deserve it? Oh, let's go ahead and help you out, dummy. Go ahead, po baby. Po baby. See, now it's starting to get tight. Well, why is you saying this, Kevin? You're not this, you're not. Hit dogs always holler. Go tell Steve Harvey that mess. Go tell anybody else. At the end of the day, you don't have the skill. Do you have the skill? Here's the thing. Don't respond to people like that. Those people just leave my room. We don't talk to people like that. We don't talk to people like that over here. We just get rid of them. Do you have the skill to get that high value man you say you want? Do you? How do you know? How do you know? All right, we're going to open the call lines and let's get into it because I want to hear from you ladies. Some of you are just married to Jesus. That's all you ready for. That's all you know is Jesus and women. All you know is Jesus and women and think you should have a husband. A high value man in your world. Let's get it.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienen lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah, no me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah.
Money work.
Se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, yeah, de corazón, yeah, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunático.
See, here's the thing. If you type in all caps in my chat room, you're going to be timed out. I've already said it. If I see you keep typing in all caps, I'm going to block you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Let's get into it. Now, here's how this works. One, if you're in the chat room, understand something. If you're in your call queue, here's what I need. I need you to make sure you have YouTube turned off in the background. Only YouTube turned off in the background. You and I are going to be talking. I don't want you watching the comment section or anything else like that. Also, please get me off speakerphone. Just a one-to-one conversation. All right. Now, here's the thing. I understand that many women were told this information. You were not given the correct information. I won't say you were lying to. You weren't given the right information. But the world does not owe you or me understanding. The world does not owe you or me understanding. Okay. Issa, unmute.
Hello?
Andre Hatchett coming through. Antoine Wade coming through. What's going on, baby? What's going on, big bro? Issa, how are you?
Hello, Kevin. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm well. So, are you married to Jesus? What did I get wrong?
You didn't get anything wrong. I just wanted to, first of all, thank you for your platform and also contribute as a young girl. I'm 23 and I was basically raised in a church environment that enforced exactly what you said. And I recently had, at the beginning of this year, I had my wake-up call because I live in a predominantly white area and every one of my friends was getting married. And I was wondering what went wrong with me. And in church, they told me to just keep on praying for the right partner.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that partner is not going to come from the prayers.
Right.
And
how old are you?
Yes, I'm 23.
And you live and your church is predominantly white? Or you just the area you live in is predominantly white?
I live in Germany.
Okay.
So it's predominantly
right.
white church.
So what do you do? So, and sadly, many young women, especially many black women of color, just told to pray, and that don't work. How come they don't tell white women to pray like that? They tell white women to go to the gym, watch what you eat, be pretty, go to femininity coaching, get etiquette classes, go to where they tell these women to hunt men.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, let me get somebody else on. I'm gonna hold you back in a minute, okay, Issa? Javon, unmute. Latavia, unmute. Who is this Zoom user? Whoever this is in the waiting room, Zoom user, you need to rename yourself. Latavia.
Hi, Kevin.
Javon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, good. I'm going to do Latavia first. Okay. Latavia, how are you?
Hello.
What did I get wrong?
I'm you didn't get anything wrong. I just wanted to put my input in
Okay,
because I have so much.
okay. How old are you?
I'm 20.
20. Are you actively in church?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm in Georgia. I'm actually in Gwinnett. Most of my family's in Mississippi and South Georgia, and I have a lot of women in my life who most of my family's either married or they're like 35 plus, and they're like, Lord, it's not my man. He's gonna have my man come. And it gets to a point where
Hold
they're
on,
like
hold on.
50 and
They are married or they're waiting to be married?
it's usually one of the exact opposite.
Okay.
There's a lot of married, happy people in my family, and everyone else who's not. God is their husband, and they get to a point where they're hitting 50 and they're confused because they so far in their careers,
Well, what do
and
you
they're
do?
just
What
like,
about you? What are you doing?
Currently I'm in school, but I have a boyfriend,
Okay.
so we're working on that.
Okay. How long have you been with your boyfriend?
Almost a year.
Do you want to get married?
Yes.
Is he marriage minded?
Yes.
Are you sure? I mean, have you had the
From what we talk about, yes.
okay? Marriage minded. Does he want to marry you?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
Well, that doesn't matter, sweetheart.
I wouldn't know until he got on one knee. For
Well,
sure.
no. Well, see, yes. Here's the thing. Okay, this is
Mhm.
where so many of our sisters make go awry.
Mhm.
You've got time invested in with a guy that you don't know these questions up front. How old is he?
23.
So he's young. Okay.
Yes.
So a young marriage, you got to be prepared to go through all of the hard stuff, the broke, the losing jobs, finding jobs, living in apartments, eating peanut butter and jelly and bologna, because he does not have the skills or the resources to be a high value man yet. That doesn't come until 35 or 40 years old. You got a guy who may be Henry in training. Are you prepared to go through that with him?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right there, I don't believe that. Look, man, I just need to know. Be honest with me. Be honest with yourself. Are you prepared to go through that with him?
We talk about different things. That's
I
just
talked about the I
because
talked about
we
the downside, man. Are you familiar with TD Jakes, the pastor, TD Jakes?
no.
TD Jakes, America's minister. Okay. Potter's House was the
I don't really is it if it's on TV, I don't
well,
really
he was the
watch.
president, but he advised Obama.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Young lady, understand something. You're 19 or
Mhm.
20? 20? 20?
20, yes.
Yeah. Again, the downsides of marriage for richer for poor,
Yes.
sickness, health, for better for worse, for richer for poor, through sickness and health. That they mean that. And a man who's 23, if he's ever going to try to be something, he's going to have failures. Especially if he tries to own a business. Most people fail 3 times before they get something to start. Are you prepared to go through that with him? Are you prepared to
Those,
live in an
those
apartment?
are things I've been thinking about more and more the past few months.
Say it again.
I said those are things I've been thinking about more and more the
See,
past few months.
so when I asked you if he's marriage minded, you said you don't you believe this, but it sounds like you're not marriage minded with him. This is where you say
You might
something.
be on a point.
But see, I know, and this isn't fair.
Because here's the thing. When I said it's been a year, it wasn't a whole year of like, it was like dating and then more commitment. But we've been talking about things now and where we see this going later.
Okay, well, let me just
And
stop you. Let me
also,
stop you right here. Let me stop you right here.
mhm,
If you know you want to be married,
mhm,
you need to be dealing with men who can actually. Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
ideally,
Do you want to be a stay-at-home wife?
yes.
Then see, let me tell you something, young lady, and everybody else in there. You need to
Mhm.
stop this game playing. You need to just say what it is you want and then understand that. Because the way you're saying this right now, you're setting this boy up. You're setting this
Mhm.
relationship up to end up breaking his heart.
I always feel like I can help support and push and motivate, but then I have older people also telling me I shouldn't rely on potential. But I'm like,
Are these older women married?
some and some not.
Okay. Understand something. Don't listen to women when it comes to marriage.
Okay.
You need to be listening to men. And the thing is, see, many of you young women look at men your age and you want them to be able to produce like men my age. They can't. He can't.
All right.
He cannot. I could not produce like me now at 20 some odd. And that's so unfair. You young ladies want these young, good men to go out and be more than 23. So this is why you got to be honest. If you want to be married and be a stay-at-home wife, you need to be dating men only who can do that. Don't be getting, see, we often hear about how women get done wrong and women get strung along, such and so forth. But what we don't hear is this story. Women like yourself, you may not be doing it maliciously, but you know you want something different that this guy cannot provide. And this is how a lot of guys end up getting twisted up because some guy comes along who's older and can provide these things. Next thing you know, you're breaking up with this guy. Ladies, get real with yourself, understand what you want, and date that. Don't play with men because you don't like it when men play with you.
Right.
And the reason I push that so much, ma'am, is because you got all those women around you, and I know you're getting bad advice. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny to me
No,
because there's a 23-year-old man on the other side. Was he raised by his father?
he's raised by both parents.
Does he love you?
I had to think about it for a bit.
Has he
He
said
did
he
about
loved you?
Yes.
What do you mean you had to think about it for a bit?
Because we're, like I
Did
said,
he
it's
say
been,
he loved you?
yes,
Then what the French toast is there to think about?
because it's been a minute since he said something like that.
All right. I'm going to let you go ahead and go because I'm sensing the deception in the game plan and you're a little young for this. You need to know what it is. See, if you want to be married, yeah, get away.
No, I appreciate
You
what you're
need to get
saying.
away
I'm
from them old
listening.
toxic women because you're far too uh, potentially manipulative for this young age. The
I
deception, the
mean, it's no
vagueness, the
purpose if
vagary.
I'm,
I'm hearing a bunch of older women and a bunch of business. You should be happy, optimistic, and hopeful at this age, not this hedging and all this other kind of stuff. Yeah,
no, it's just a complicated thing, and I wasn't gonna go
it
that
shouldn't be that
much in
complicated at
detail.
your age, ma'am. It
Hmm.
shouldn't be complicated at your age. Life ain't complicated at your age. It's just not. It's
Hmm.
not complicated at your age. You're 20. You don't
Yeah.
have any real world responsibility, real world bill. You got any kids?
No.
Then it ain't complicated. You were at the prom 2 years ago. Knock it off. You got all them older women in your ear tainting your spirit and overcomplicating and overburdening you as a 20-year-old and that young man as a 23-year-old. And no one to actually sit down and pull you out of it. Where's your dad?
He lives a few hours away,
But you
but
weren't,
he's in my life.
huh?
My parents divorced when I was young.
Javon, unmute yourself. Keep if
Okay.
the man
Can you
said
hear?
if the man said he loved you, did you say you loved him back? Lativia, unmute.
Yes.
Did you say you loved him back?
Yes,
Do you?
I do. I just don't want to make decisions based. I have so much, like you said, different things in my ear of just worry about feelings, and then there's other
Get some
parts that's
counseling,
like,
young lady. Get away from those old bitter broads before you jack your life up. That's as nice as I can put it. You got too much. You got too many. All this negative stuff ain't come from your lived experience. Javon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What did I get wrong?
Nothing you got wrong. I guess I just want to talk about a few things that you've talked about with the caller so far.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. Are you in church?
No.
Okay.
So the one lady, she sounded like she had a British accent.
Okay.
You asked the question, how come black people don't know this? I think maybe there might be a cultural difference. So maybe the upbringing is not leading for people to know.
Okay. What did you?
want to
Okay. Do me a favor. Are you coming in to respond to them, or did you have something you wanted to discuss with me?
Oh, well, then, yeah, I guess responding to them.
Who are you, and why should they listen to you?
Well, I guess that's the point of the dialogue. I guess I would say what I would have to say.
Here's the
and
thing: the
then-
dialogue. I don't mind it, but why should they listen to you? You're not in church, right?
No,
Are you a Christian?
no,
Are you married?
no.
The title of the broadcast is Married to Jesus. Why should God send you a high value husband?
Okay,
You're not
well,
married, you're not in church, and you're not a Christian. And
right.
why should these ladies listen to you?
Well, I don't agree that.
Gotcha,
I
bitch.
guess I agree with what you're saying that you should not have to be waiting for Jesus to send you a good man.
But
Why they
you
should listen
came
to
on
me?
here, but here's the thing, man. You came on here to give them advice. Why?
I don't want to give them advice. I wanted to discuss to say why I think that maybe certain people don't know this is what you were saying.
See, I'm using you as an avatar, man. What's going on in your life? Do you have any kids?
No,
Do you have a boyfriend?
no.
When's the last long-term relationship you had?
About a year ago.
How long was that?
It was about a year.
About a year? About a year could
Yeah.
be 4 months. What was it?
11 months.
Okay. And it was a year ago. Why'd you guys break up?
Well, I broke up with him because everything we discussed, he reneged on.
Such as?
We were talking about marriage. He didn't want to get married anymore. He didn't want to have kids anymore.
What's the longest term relationship you've had other than that one?
That's probably about the longest.
Okay. So you're 27
Yeah.
and you've had an 11-month relationship, and that's the longest in your 27 years.
Yeah.
And you think it's better to go have a dialogue about other women's misunderstandings than what's going on in your mirror.
Not necessarily.
Yes, that's
I'm
yes,
open
yes,
to
necessary. Yes, ma'am. Because you didn't come up here and say, "Hey, here's what's going on with me, and I like to figure out why I can't get a man or keep a man or figure out what's going on." But instead, you're going to go give somebody else advice. That's exact. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. That's why I asked you, why should they listen to you? You don't have a man. You're not a Christian. You're not in church and you're not married. And this happens far too often with black women. You try to give people advice and you're not fit to give it. And instead of just addressing what's going on with you,
Okay. Do you want to address what's going on with me then?
well, you didn't want to, ma'am. That's not. I had to ask you these questions to get to this point. I'm wondering why you didn't come on here and bring that up front. Because to me, it seems as though you came up here as though, hey, let's have a dialogue and understand what's going on, and you're not in a position to do that.
Okay.
So you would give that young 20-year-old woman advice about what?
Well, it wasn't mostly about that. I was talking about the British lady who called in, and you asked the question of why
I
don't black
understand
people know
about the
this?
British lady, but even though maybe cultural differences, we're still black people and still a Western country.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have a man?
Well, I'm personally not dating right now. I was going to take a year off to work on myself first before I started
With
dating
whom?
again.
Who are you going to work on yourself with?
Um, that's a good question. I guess I've just been listening to your show and asking other people and just
Asking
I
other
guess I
people,
look at
asking other people like other women.
no, I mostly speak with men. And then I look at the mistakes I made before and then try to evaluate where I could have did things
Did you go to
differently.
college?
Uh partially.
Okay, here come the personal questions. How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
Dress size.
I'm an 8.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
150.
Okay. Were you raised by mom and dad?
No, just mom.
Okay. The way in which you speak, ma'am, it's rather masculine
Okay.
and rather monotone. So, my suggestion would be, is I always say people need therapy. You need to understand, because you're not really coming across as I'm trying to say this nicely, like feminine. It's just kind of like you came in here and you just gonna give directions, and I'm like, that's not your space.
Okay.
Therapy. And then, are you around any? Do you have any women around you that are married or in successful relationships?
No.
All right. Well, then you can't work on this by yourself. See, your best thinking has gotten you where you are. So you can't get yourself out of this ditch. You're going to have to go in your purse and pay for the help.
Right. That's part of the 1 year thing that I was taking because I am going to invest in some therapy and counseling.
Well, good.
So that's
Well, keep in
part of
contact. Well,
that.
I like to hear how it goes. But see, the first thing you got to stop. See, if I'd have just let you go talk,
Uh-huh.
you would have possibly influenced somebody, and you're not really in a position to give credible advice. That's a problem. You shouldn't do that. Have you watched my show where I say I get tired of women giving other women bad advice? I just talked to the young girl that was on before you. I said that about her aunts and other women in her life. You may be well-meaning, but you're not qualified. Your life isn't even in that direction. You don't have a relationship. That's why I stopped you. Thanks.
Well,
Hmm?
my
Go ahead.
my intent wasn't to give advice. I want to talk about that topic. It's basically
But that's not the point, ma'am. Ma'am, the
okay.
point is the show is about being a Christian woman in church waiting on God. You're none of that. I'm trying to help, but you're just in the wrong show at the wrong spot. You
Okay.
got to be able to read the room too, ma'am. That's a social. Okay. Best of luck to you. I don't want
All
to
right,
seem like I'm
thank
beating
you.
up on you, but ladies, ladies, you got to read the room. Isabel, unmute. Lauren, unmute. Isabel, how are you?
Hi, Kevin. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Lauren, how are you?
I'm great, Kevin. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Okay, let me put you back on mute and I'm gonna get with Isabel. So Isabel, what are you married to Jesus?
I was Godfather, but we broke up.
Okay. So what's going on with you now?
Well, after realizing that Prince Charming is not gonna come to church nor in real life, I actually realized that dating is like jumping into cold water because when you pray to God, you have all the instructions that you tell him how he has to be. And when you get into real life, you actually realize that the good ones are already married or they're working on their career.
How old are
And
you?
I just turned 23. So I
23?
hope that's old.
22, 3? Or 33?
I 3,
Say
2, 3.
2, 3.
Yes.
Um, did you go to college?
Yes, I went to college.
Did you graduate?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
So what are you doing? What I'm trying to understand is what are you doing?
I'm now working in project management and I restarted school to finish my bachelor degree in project management.
Okay. Are you taking out student loan debt for that?
No, I'm paying it myself.
All right. And do you want to get married and have children?
Yes.
Um, well, being in college is great, but have you had a long-term relationship?
That's a very good question because it's exactly a topic.
Excuse me?
Being um, it's correlating to the topic that you're doing, which is
Yes or
being
no?
raised.
Yes or no, ma'am?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I was
So,
raised to wait for the right one.
well, that's cool, but here's the thing. Relationships are a skill. So
Yeah.
you're going to school to pay tens of thousands of dollars to get somebody's training to go to a job to make money. Relationships are a skill that require how are you investing in those things?
How I'm investing, I'm dating, I'm learning how to be men,
Okay.
how to talk to men.
Dating is the real world. You don't practice on people.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You're
I had to.
you're blowing opportunities. It's like you don't practice. The dating is that's the actual game. It counts. Dating is the test. It counts.
Yeah.
Men are not there to be practiced on, man. This is why I suggest therapy, coaching, one-on-one coaching, group coaching. But because you don't even know what to practice on. Lauren, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Kevin?
I'm good. All right. So what did I get wrong?
I actually don't feel like you got anything wrong at all. I'm a new subscriber and I am very enthusiastic as a 33-year-old single woman to come into your knowledge and your information. And I'm very grateful. I just wanted to say that I feel as though religion causes people to kind of take put responsibility into something or someone outside of them, waiting on the Lord, putting it in God's hands, things of that nature, which in psychologically uh, kind of justifies
It absolves
laziness
you of
or
accountability and responsibility.
exactly.
So,
So I just wanted to add that I feel like everybody, men and women, have to take responsibility for the things that they do in life, the moves that they make, the mates that they attract. It's all
are you
on
actively
you.
dating?
I am actively dating. In fact, I live in South Florida currently, and I actually want to move. So I'm open to moving as well.
Okay. Um, South Florida, like Miami, or where is that?
Actually, closer to the Boca Raton
So,
area.
are you
So,
want? Do you also want to get? Are you wanting to get married, have children? What?
absolutely. And like
I
I
don't
was saying
know.
in the chat, I'm also open
Yeah,
to
in the chat on
understanding
my
that I
YouTube
am
channel.
33.
Oh, I
Yes.
can't. I can't follow that. There's
Yeah, I was
4,500
just chit
people in
chatting
there.
with other people that I am open with me being 33. I am open to being a stepmother as well, but I am healthy.
Okay.
I
Let's
do
have the
take
comment.
care of
Okay,
myself.
I didn't read that because I'm here.
Okay.
You're 33. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Uh, dress size.
3.
Dress size 3. And how much did you
I'm
weigh?
125.
Just 125. How do you work out frequently?
I do actually. And actually I lost 50 pounds. So I again
50
take
pounds from
active.
where? How long ago did you lose that?
That was 2 years ago.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So
Are you,
taking responsibility, like I was
are
saying.
you keeping it off?
Yes, complete lifestyle change wasn't a quick fix. I did it the healthy way, no surgery.
So so after so what are you doing to actively get back out there and meet to make it possible to meet men that you would like to marry? What are you doing to actively facilitate that?
Well, now that South Florida is opening up more, I've been
Okay,
going
prior
to
to COVID.
dinner.
Prior to COVID.
I was going to happy hours at hotels, just socializing,
Okay.
brunches. I'm not into the club scene at all, so I know that I have
At
to,
your
in order to.
at your age, I would consider a matchmaker.
Okay, thank you. That's good
I mean,
advice.
because you don't have time to waste.
Absolutely, I
Organically
agree.
is what you do when you're 21. At 33, you got to start using cheat codes.
Okay,
Matchmaker.
okay.
Cause and you're also competing against 21-year-olds. I mean, do you want? How many children do you want?
One would be fine.
Uh, then that means you don't need a high value man.
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay, so you're a regular guy, an average everyday middle class guy. You want that?
Oh no, I am looking for a high value man.
Okay, time out,
Absolutely.
time out, time out. Why do you need a high value man with one child? Why do you need that?
At least one child.
You know, I asked you how many children you wanted. You said one. So why do you need the money? Why do you need the additional income?
Well, because I don't necessarily need their income.
You're missing the picture.
It's not necessarily about their income.
Yes, it is. You're missing the picture. It doesn't matter what. Okay. How long you been watching my channel?
Actually, this is my first week.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a licensed esthetician.
A licensed esthetician. So
Yes.
you went to cosmetology school?
Correct.
Okay.
I went to trade school, yes.
Right. So you didn't have to go to college for that. So you can have your own business. Okay. A high value man in Boca Raton. How far is that from Miami?
About 50 minutes, 60 miles.
Right. But Boca Raton is still an affluent part of Miami, Florida, right?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Mhm.
So, what's the cost of living in Boca Raton? Cost of living calculus.
Um, uh, one bedroom, roughly $1,600.
Okay. So, why do you want a high value man?
I feel like it would be a reflection of who I'm trying to be as of right now.
Say again.
It would be a reflection of me. Um, More so for stability, rather than the children. I feel like it would be about stability.
Mm-hmm. So a reflection of who you're trying to be.
Correct.
Um,
I
but are you high
I did the
value?
whole
Are you
struggle
high
of
value?
situation.
Okay. So struggle of again. These are terms. So, are you a high value woman?
Of actively striving to elevate myself. Yes.
Are you a high value woman?
Yes, I would say so. I am.
Okay. What would you
I
rank
was
yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your looks. You can't use
I
7.
would say an honest 8.
So you put yourself up there with Beyonce.
Oh, if Beyonce is an 8, then I would have to be a 6.
Right. So I ask this question all the time. Why would a high value man earning high value income in South Florida, where the women are
Correct.
young and beautiful, want a 33-year-old woman who lost 50 pounds 2 years ago,
Hmm.
who only wants to have one child? Or he can go get a 21-year-old who's been 120 pounds her entire fit life.
Hmm.
See, you're thinking about what you want, but I just gave you the other side of it.
Okay.
And the answer is
Well, honestly, if you don't mind, Kevin, me picking your brain at 33, where it's like I'm entering the danger zone, what should I be striving
I think you
to
should strive for I think
contribute?
you should strive for what you are, average.
Okay.
You're an average person. You're an esthetician. You're not a brain surgeon. Do you own your own
Correct.
business?
Yes,
Do you own your
I'm
own
contract.
Okay, do you own your own brick and mortar?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm mobile.
Right. Do you have any employees?
Nope.
All right. So you're a solopreneur. An
Yes.
esthetician is like a barber.
Okay.
Okay. So that's not a high profile career. You can make money. It's like being a masseuse, a nail
Hmm.
technician. You know, if you owned a business to where you had people renting space for you, but you're 33 and
Okay.
you give yourself a 6, and women traditionally
Well,
overrank
if
themselves.
Beyonce is an 8.
Well, yeah, and I can't see you, but I do this enough to know that women generally overvalue themselves, and you're overvaluing yourself.
Okay.
High value men want 8s, 9s, and 10s, and they can afford to get them and wait till they get them. What you want is a high value lifestyle that you can't afford. You want a high value lifestyle that another man has worked to achieve, and you want him to give that to you for what? What is he getting out of that? Is he getting a fair deal?
He's getting a woman who's not a headache.
Is he getting a fair deal
Someone
though? But
who
is he
is
getting is he getting a fair deal? Men look at deals in terms of women's beauty, their youth, uh, their fertility, their femininity, their cooperative, their submissiveness, their ability to be led.
which I
Would you?
feel I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you? Would you? If you are you a Christian?
I'm not. No.
Okay. The marital vows, would you say love, honor, and cherish, or love, honor, and obey?
Love, honor, and obey.
Okay. Uh, 33 years old, ma'am, you can't ask for what you're asking. 33 years old,
Okay.
to
I
ask for what
appreciate
you're
your
asking,
honesty.
you need to be pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous to ask for a high value man, because that's what those men are looking for. You can want it,
Okay.
ma'am. I'm just saying you can want it, but realistically, when I asked about plumbers and those kind of guys, blue collar guys who have stable jobs, you said, "Oh no, I want a high value man." And see,
No, I'm not restricted to that at all. Maybe I didn't hear
well, that's
your
good as long
question
as well,
correctly.
because I said, "Do you want a high value man, or would you be all right with an average man?" You said, "No, I want
Oh
high
no,
value."
I'm absolutely,
Okay.
no,
Well,
I'm
you
absolutely
said you
fine
would
with
want you said you want high value. You said you want a high value man because you feel like there will be a reflection of who you're trying to be.
no, I definitely wouldn't overlook blue collar at
All
all.
right. Well, that's pretty much in your lane, man. That's in your looks lane.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate your honesty. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
You know, uh, Auntie Mac. See, a lot of people.
Hi.
Hello. A lot of people have not ever really just been had conversations. Women tend to tell each other the best things. Oh, girl, you look good in that. Oh, those extra pound. How are you? You muted yourself. Unmute. You say hello.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were
Oh, I'm
talking or
talking to
not.
you. So, hey, how are you? What did I get wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. Um, I personally am spiritual, religious, whatever you would call it, but I am 22. I have a 1-year-old.
Uh oh.
Um,
Where's
yeah, I
the
screwed up.
child's father?
He's around. He's very active. He's
Are
helping.
you were you married?
I was not.
So you're a baby mama.
I am. Yep, I messed up.
I'm hey, I'm just saying that's what it gets called.
Yeah.
Um, go ahead.
Yeah, so I kind of I had the wake up, quote unquote, while I was pregnant
Okay.
of all the reasons why you shouldn't be a baby mama when I was already a baby mama.
Right.
So
Now you didn't know that
now
before?
I've never really
Were you raised with your dad?
I wasn't, but my mom was married
Mm-hmm.
to my dad, but it was a abusive situation, so she left him when she was pregnant with me. So I never really was raised with
But
him.
you knew. I mean, you're 22. You live in this country. You know it's
Mhm.
better to have two-parent household. I mean, you didn't know that?
It's not that I didn't know it. It's more so it's like
Did you go to college?
I am finishing college currently,
Okay. What are you getting your degree in?
finance,
And then what do you plan on doing with your degree?
being a financial
And
analyst.
what does the father do? Was he in school?
No.
What does he do?
He just does like construction work and stuff.
So you are a college student and got pregnant by a guy who came up to the campus?
It was somebody who was also in college, but I knew him since like high school, and it was more so stupidity on my end of
How many girls did you see
not
walking
being
around?
too
So
careful.
what do you go? Is it a commuter college that you go to, or is there dorms and stuff?
No, I went to community college.
Community college. So are you getting a associates or are you getting a bachelor's?
Oh, now I'm getting a bachelor's through my job, like on online school. But before I was going to community college.
All right.
Sorry.
So ultimately, what did you have? What did you want to bring into this? Because at 21 years old, 21 or 22?
22.
22 with a 1-year old, a boy or a girl.
Girl.
Why didn't you just marry this man?
Um, as I said, during my pregnancy, I saw all of the quote unquote mask come off, and he is not marriage material at all. And yeah, it was, I
I don't
don't
know what
really
that
know.
means, ma'am. You had a baby with the man.
I got pregnant and then he decided to
How old is he?
he's 24. I got pregnant and he decided to have three girlfriends on the side of me during my pregnancy. That's why I didn't want to marry him.
Well, and what state do you live in?
Texas.
Let me be brutally honest with you, ladies. 21 or 22 years old with a 1 year old, you basically screwed the pooch. You picked the man you decided to carry a child to term for. No one accepts I was young and I made a mistake. That excuse does not work anymore. A child gets born because a woman wants to carry a child to term.
So what is done at this point?
Well, you have to truthfully, you're gonna have to accept that you've seriously impacted your chances of, well, high value men are pretty much out. I mean, how tall are you?
I'm 5'4",
Dress size?
6.
Okay. High value men are effectively out. Even if you were pretty. No one wants to raise another man's child, much less a loser. So that's what you've done. And struggle as though you may, try to widget it around, guys will take you out. Guys will make you a side chick, a friend with benefit. But to get the ring of a high value man is going to be like hitting the lottery. Because why would somebody, this again, there are women out there who don't have children, and baby daddy, I mean, reasonably, why would a man want to be a stepfather and not have the full authority, and he's going to have full responsibility for that child? So,
Well, I actually just ended a relationship like about a month ago. I dated him for about 6 months,
how old is your
and
child?
she's one.
God damn.
Yeah, it was somebody that was basically waiting for their chance.
Well, hold on, hold
uh,
on, hold on. Let's not just be a cavalier about that, man. You also were
mhm.
wanting to get back on the ride. Can't just let you just.
What do you mean by that?
I can't just let you come through and throw a shot at a man like that. If I was waiting to get their chance, were y'all intimate?
No, not well, towards the end of the relationship, yes.
Right.
But I'm
So
saying I knew him for like
exactly.
5 years.
So you needed somebody to help you get over your BD as well.
No, not at all.
Okay. Right. Anyway, we keep on moving. Net of it is 22, 1 year old. You have effectively removed high value men. You could get a degree in finance and be a financial analyst and making $60,000 a year and have a white collar job. But a guy who's making 100,000 plus is going to go pick a woman with no children.
So you think women with children, period, don't have a chance?
Not for high value men. Not unless you're pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous. Now you have a son or a daughter. Which one is it?
I have a daughter.
A daughter. Well, if you got a high value man, would he be able to discipline your daughter like it was his? Would he give her a whooping if he needed to?
Yes.
He would be able to.
Yes, because I grew up with a stepdad.
Okay,
So
and
I
and,
see
and
they
your
work
and your
together.
and your BD would have nothing to say about it.
It wouldn't matter.
Yes, it would, ma'am. See, I've been.
It
See,
wouldn't
let me
matter
explain. Let me
because
explain
it
something. Let me
wouldn't.
explain something to you. I've been a stepfather, and I've had to deal with a crazy ex-husband. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen this, man. Understand something. I know what you want to tell yourself. That I was young, I made a mistake, I'm a good woman, I'm cute, and there's somebody who's going to give, okay, man, sure, you could hit the lottery, but more likely than not, you're not going to get a high value man because what do they want? Do the men that you think, the kind of men that you want, do you want to have more children?
I'd be open to
So
it
the answer is
if
no.
they.
So the answer is no.
I would be able to. I'm saying I would be able to open
Do
to
you want to
one or
have more
two more
children? That's a
children.
yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Women who want to have more children don't say they'd be open to it.
I'm saying I would be open to it because if I came across a man who didn't want children, I would be fine with not having any more children. But if he did want children, I would be open to having one or two more children,
You'd be open to
if
having
that makes
what?
one or two more
One
children
or
in
two
the
more
future.
children. Okay. Again, I get it. You had a stepfather, different generation, different times. Men aren't doing that like that anymore. People aren't even getting married like they used to. I know what you want to hear, man. But the marital rates for for unwed mothers in the black community is atrocious. A husband is what you can expect. And you want one of the do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant again?
I would like to work in the future, but I would like to take like 2 or 3 years off to
Again,
take
you
care of the
so
baby.
that the answer is no. That means that man needs to be able to make enough money to cover you, replace your income,
Mm-hmm.
pay for your daughter, the new baby, and him. That means in Texas, you're going to be talking about a man who's making $200,000 or more. And men that make that kind of money don't go marry baby mamas. Why is that so troubling or difficult for you just to accept?
So it's not necessarily troubling for me to accept. It's just I basically, no matter, you're saying no matter what I do.
No, ma'am. Of course, now, come on, ma'am. Let's be reasonable. I'm not Karnak. I can't tell the future. I'm giving you the odds and the predictions and statistics. I cannot say with
Mhm.
100% certainty, but what I can say is this: men with options choose women that don't have children. They can wait. They don't have to pick you. Why are you still trying to put this square peg in a round hole? Here's the thing. You knew you were having a child before marriage, and you chose to do it anyway. You knew there was going to be a consequence with that. Yes or no? Or
Yes.
I mean, or not. Or did you think, hey, it's no big deal? I got a kid, but everybody got kids, so it's really not that big a deal. I mean, I'm going to school and get my finance degree. I can take care of it, so you know what? It's all good. I mean, I know there are some women out there that think like that too.
I the way that I viewed it was more so it would be harder for me alone as a single mother because I've seen my mom during the single mother phase before she was remarried. So I knew that part would be hard. But as for actually finding someone to marry, I've never really heard that being an issue.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you, welcome to reality. It's an issue. Men don't want to be stepfathers. And by choosing to have a child before marriage, I say it again, you have effectively ended opportunities to get high value men. Now, what's wrong with getting a man who's just average middle class, driving for UPS, working for
So
the Hormel plant or something, making $40,000, $50,000 a year in Texas?
so for me,
Mm.
it's a lot. I actually that's why I brought up the last relationship that I had that I ended a month ago
What's
because
wrong with it, ma'am? I got other people to get to. Please, would you deal with that or not?
I can't deal
No,
with
you
the
can't. No,
mentality of
you can't. No,
stagnation.
you can't. So in other words, you're a woman, a young woman who had a baby outside of marriage. You're a baby mama, and because you're going to school, a financial analyst, you think you should have somebody on your level higher. That's hypergamy. I understand, ma'am, but you're not going to get it. You're overvaluing yourself. That's the thing. So many of our sisters drastically overvalue themselves. What would you rank yourself on the looks scale from 0 to 10? You cannot use 7.
I mean, you just said Beyonce was 8.
Yes, because she is. What would that make you?
I'm sorry.
What would that make you?
I would say that would make me a 7, but you just said
No,
I
you can't use 7. Because I'm a professional image consultant and I do this in real life. See, I'm a professional at what I do and I'm good at what I do. See, what I've done is I've given you reality that you have not paid for. If you had to pay me, I'd be telling you the same thing. Ma'am, at best, you're probably a 6 because you're not an 8 at Beyonce level. I can't use 7 because every average looking or cute woman tries to give herself more points. But at a 6, what does your child cost you? If you're a 6, what does your child cost you? Does it give you a point?
No.
Does it cost you something? What does it cost you?
I wouldn't know because it would depend on
It costs you points. It costs you points. Children cost 2 points. One child costs 2 points. 2 kids cost 3 points. So if you're a 6, you effectively dropped yourself down to 4. That's unattractive. An unattractive woman for a high value man. Ma'am, understand, you want a man who's making 6 figures plus, then you do not be able to work. And you don't know these men, but if you go talk to these men, they'll tell you they don't want women who are baby mamas. And they don't have to pick them. If every black man in this country got married tomorrow, 2 million black women would be left over. You need to level set where you really are in this marketplace and get realistic. Or go on the other side and you will become what I consider to be an eternal 7. Go look at the video. But that's what you're sounding like. A woman who has a degree, who's cuter than most, young, and you'll go bouncing around in relationships for the next 8 years. And by the age of 30, you'll be one bitter woman.
So instead, I should settle first.
No, ma'am. No, first off, let me take that word out of your vocabulary. Settle. Someone is settling for you. Someone raising another man's child is settling for you. See, that is one thing you women got really twisted. Take that out of your vocabulary. You have a child by another man. You are no prize. I'm sorry, man, but that's just the way it is for all women. A man coming to take care of another man's offspring is settling. That's a beta male move. I've done it. You baby mamas got it really twisted. I understand you can love your child and your child is special, but all it is to another man is a damn bill.
And what's the difference?
All right, that's it. Okay. That's it. You're not going to listen.
No,
It's not going to listen. Peace out. We're going to have to continue to do these baby mama shows because here's the thing. No matter how I try to talk to you, no matter how I try to say it, it's the same thing. Understand this and understand this well. If you go out and make a baby outside the bonds of marriage, you are cutting off your opportunity for high value men. You would be lucky, fortunate if an average, everyday, normal guy settled for you. That woman actually thinks that she has more options because she's cute and had a baby by a loser. And that if she got a regular, average, everyday guy, she'd be settling. Anthony Perkins, do you see why I don't talk about regular guys? Because women don't want regular men. They want high value men, even the baby mamas. I don't make this stuff up, guys. This is the way it is. Ladies, here's the thing. If you want to demand the best, you got to be the best. And you cannot be bringing somebody else's kids with you. No other race of women will do this. Asian women don't do this. They don't bring Lee, Bruce Lee's kids with them. Middle Eastern women don't bring kids from another man in. White women don't do it to that level, and neither Hispanic women. They wait till they get married. Well, out of wedlock birth is rising. Knock it off. We know what it is. 8 out of 10 children in the black community are born outside of wedlock. So now women like this, other women think it's no big deal. That's what she thought. You know what? Everybody got a kid out of wedlock. I'm young and I'm still hot. I'm still cute. I can drop it like it's hot. Who we gonna these baby mama shows, the Baby Mama Chronicles. We're gonna start it up. Here we go. We're gonna go through 8-1. Sorry. What's that? What's your initials? I.
Yeah. My name is Adil.
Didn't we already speak?
No, this is our
Go
first
ahead.
one.
How are you? What did I get wrong?
It's interesting. It's an interesting conversation. I'm Muslim, so I'm not Christian, but I think it's kind of maybe a similar context or like a religious community. And I resonate with the message because I think a lot of times I would inject religion into my dating practices, which, God never said don't use your common sense. So I'm starting to realize some of that now.
Okay. So I'm not understanding what you just said. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you think that, are you waiting for God to send you? Are you waiting for Allah to send you a high value husband? Are you married?
I'm not married, but
How old
in
are
Islam
you?
we have a saying, 36.
Why aren't you married?
I've had many proposals. I've had over 6
You mean
proposals.
six
I
guys
just
that, you mean
never.
6 guys that went and got a 1.5 carat ring, taking you in public, dropped to one knee and proposed to you in public? They've done that?
Well, it's different in the Muslim tradition, but the equivalent, yeah.
Okay, but are you in this country?
Yes,
All right,
yes.
I have plenty of Muslim friends and they do this. It's not different, ma'am. I have plenty of Muslim friends. They propose this way. So you've had 6 of those?
Yeah.
6 guys have a ring like this, drop to one knee in public and propose to you.
More like gone to my parents.
Let's start again. 6 attempts, 6 arranged marriage attempts, or 6 proposals?
6 expressions of interest to my parents.
That ain't a proposal. You black women need to stop stretching the truth. Stop lying. How long have you been watching my channel, ma'am?
About a week or 2.
I have 2 videos up about women lying about proposals. And I got dozens of them in my catalog. Why do you sisters lie so much about this? It's because I say it very clearly. The man has to get a ring, 1.3 carats, in public and propose. Go to the video I uploaded yesterday. And it's not different in the Muslim tradition. Expressions of interest, anyway. All right. 36 years old. But your family said no one's worthy of you?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Are you still living with your family?
No.
Is your mother and father or your mother?
My mother, my mother and father are divorced.
Okay, so Who are they bringing these expressions of interest to?
To my mother.
That's not how that Muslim tradition works. Oh, damn.
Well,
This guy knows what he's talking about.
I
Stop
was raised
lying,
by my
man.
mother,
Here's the
so
thing. Here's the thing. I don't like women that lie to me. I really don't. You just came in here and said 6 people proposed to you. That's a lie. You said 6 people came to your family and expressed interest. That's a lie. If you're going to lie to me, ma'am, I don't want to talk to you. If you're a 36-year-old liar, there's a reason you ain't married. You're a liar. I don't know what is wrong with some of you women thinking, life is a joke. You're almost 40 years old running around here lying. I mean, seriously, guys, did I miss something in the chat room? Did I miss something? I'm a Muslim, and we got a woman that's sitting on top of. This woman's actually trying to act like a man went up to a woman in the Muslim tradition and said, "Hey, I'd like to have a shot at your daughter." No, you're not good enough. What kind of Islam is that? So that pretty much effectively ended that. Is there a reason you decided you wanted to just come in here and have this conversation this way, ma'am?
well, I just wanted to share in the
Oh,
conversation.
you wanted to lie. You're not sharing in the conversation, you're lying. Are you under psychological care?
No, I don't have a counselor.
I think you might need to seek it, ma'am. Because at 36 years old, what you just did is going to be replayed on YouTube. So my question is, why did you do that? This is where you say something. Okay, then I'll just fill it in for you. This is the point where you say something. See, sadly, guys, so many of these women, like the caller, they got nothing else to do in life. And this is like a game. And it's like, it's ha ha he he. That woman right there. Ha ha he he. This one right there. You. That's you. If she want to lie and play, that's you right there. I don't take this lightly. I don't waste my time talking to people. So I gave you an opportunity to answer. You chose to decline. I gave you another opportunity to say something. So I'll just make it up for you. Black women, like I say, stop listening to older black women. Just because she has her head wrapped up in something and she can go around saying Allahu Akbar does not mean she's a worthy woman. You can say that you're mean, you're harsh, or whatever. What do you ladies say about women who keep coming in here lying to you guys? I've had 6 proposals, 6 expressions of interest, and they don't care. One thing I realized about doing this show is women don't really give a darn what they say to other women. They don't care if you get the information or not. They've screwed that 36-year-old woman because she's in no man's land. She don't want none of you women to win. That's what that is. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your first name.
Grace?
Grace?
Yes.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. What did I get wrong?
I don't know if it's wrong. I guess I guess I'm trying to understand the question. Is the question implying that God shouldn't or God doesn't?
Either. How old are you?
I'm 32.
3'2"?
Yes.
What's the longest relationship you've ever had?
Um, about 10 years. So most of pretty much all of my 20s.
10 years. And how long ago did it
Yeah.
end?
About 3 years ago.
So from 19 to 29.
That's right. That's right.
Were you married?
No, we did get engaged. I did
Stop.
start off. Okay.
He got a 1.3 carat ring, dropped to one knee, and proposed to you in public.
It wasn't 1.3
or larger.
I don't know how.
Did he buy you a ring and propose to you in public?
Yes.
You called it off for what?
Well,
What year of the relationship did this happen?
what year did it end?
No, did he propose to you?
2014.
What year of the relationship did that happen? Year 3, 4?
That was, I think we started about 2000. I met him in 2006. We started dating in 2007. So I guess that's 7 years into it.
So 26 years old, he proposed to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did this proposal happen?
It was at a skating rink. I'm sorry, it was at a bowling alley.
Oh, must have been a hell of a ring.
The ring was nice.
Okay, but anyway, you called off the engagement. Who called off the engagement? You?
I did.
Why?
Yeah. You know, just to be honest, I got into the relationship knowing that this wasn't what I wanted, but
7 years, ma'am.
I had
7 years.
Yeah. I know. Bad decision.
You accepted the ring?
It was.
You accepted the ring? Huh?
Did I accept it?
Yes.
Did I accept it?
Yes.
When he proposed to me, I accepted it.
Did you give it back?
Absolutely, of course.
I don't know. Women do some crazy things. So
No, I wouldn't.
So you had a relationship for 10 years. And after year 7, he proposed to you in year 7, but then you still had 3 more years. The math doesn't add up, ma'am. You should have been married by that time.
Well, I broke off the engagement, so we didn't stop being together. And I would say the last
God has nothing to do with our bad decisions in relationships. You're with somebody for 10 years.
I agree.
You're with somebody for 10 years. No one should have told you. You should have waited for 7 years to decide whether or not to get married or not. You were with him after year 7, and you were with him for another 3 years. So basically, you don't have any idea of how to deal with anybody else. Are you in counseling right now?
I am.
Clinical counseling or spiritual?
Clinical.
How long have you been in there?
Since, I would say, September of last year.
Yeah. So why should God send you a high value man? How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Dress size?
14.
High value is not in your cards.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm overweight.
And how much do you weigh?
187.
No, ma'am. You're 5'8", dress size 14. You don't weigh 187. No, ma'am. Keep going.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Okay. You're right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm only the image consultant. That's okay. Why do you weigh almost?
I weigh
I
more?
don't. Excuse me.
You think that I weigh more than
It
187?
doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. It's still overweight and with no children. You have no reason to be almost 200 pounds.
Okay, I
There's
agree.
no call for a
I agree.
female to be 200 pounds.
I
So
agree.
the answer to the question, are you married to Jesus? It doesn't really matter. Should God send you a high value husband?
Yes, for the
Married to Jesus means women who spend their time in church waiting for God to send their man. You had a whole man for 10 years and for some reason you didn't get it figured out, but as usual, it's something wrong with him, not you. But for 10 years, no, ma'am.
no, that's not.
Stop.
I
The
think
net
that
net
it
of it,
was.
the
I
net
think
net
it was.
of it is, here's the thing, ma'am. In order to be ready for someone else, after you do your work, you're gonna have to get down to 140 pounds, 100 extra 35 pounds. When was the last time you've been 135
Okay.
pounds?
It's been a while.
What's oh what, how,
It's been a while.
what's
Probably
that? When's the last time you've been a dress
maybe
size 4? Dress size 2 or 4?
middle school.
Okay. So, and here's the thing. What
Maybe
I don't.
I'm not. I've never been.
Here's the thing I
I've
don't
never been a
understand,
2 or a
man.
4.
Here's the thing I don't understand with. I'm talking fast because I got to hit some.
Okay.
But I don't understand why single women who are unmarried allow themselves to get such a size, knowing that men don't want overweight women. It almost 30 years. You're 30 what?
I'm 32.
And you're saying the last time you have been a healthy, normal weight is in middle school?
That's probably middle school.
Okay. So,
And I don't disagree with you at all about the weight thing.
well,
I
but
have no disagreement.
well, thank you, because that's why I said high value men have to work to become that, and they don't want lazy
Yes,
women.
yes,
They don't
that's
they
right.
don't want
I
lazy.
agree.
So, and God has nothing. God shouldn't send you, even if He was in the sending business. That would not be an appropriate reward for a man who's made himself high value. What kind of
I
God would
agree.
that be?
I agree. I agree.
Do yourself a favor, ma'am. I don't need to dig into your relationship, but I know that there are things there that I don't really want to uncover. If you want me to dig into them, you're gonna have to pay me. But I don't understand. But all you ladies need to get yourself in fit. You need to get fit. Tomorrow night show, oh, it's gonna be off the chain. You got to get fit. The whole is it black or white, gray or pink, and interracial this. Oh yeah, got to get fit. Without fit, ma'am, I'm gonna tell you this: without getting fit, I don't. I have to be alarmist at your age because you're in the danger zone. If you don't get yourself fit, you won't have you. You will really run the risk of living this life unmarried and dying alone. Men are just
I'm willing to do whatever I need to.
well. I'm
I'm
glad to
willing to
hear
do
that.
whatever what I.
So you already got the
Yeah.
therapist, personal trainer, image consultant, matchmaker. That's what you need to.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair.
Thank you for calling in. Um, Sean, hello. I can't pronounce your name.
It's pronounced Chanela.
Canelo. Okay, what did I get wrong?
Um, I don't actually think you got anything wrong. The reason that I actually called in was because I just actually discovered your show yesterday, and I was very intrigued on the topic of what is considered a high value woman.
Okay.
Because I've always thought that. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. But are you calling in are you calling in tonight's topic?
Yes.
Okay, what do you have on tonight's topic?
So
are you a Christian?
So I am.
Okay, how old are you?
I am 20.
20. Are you too young for this conversation?
It's because I thought that with a lot of the things that were being said a couple callers ago, I thought that if I could just get a better understanding of like what it is that.
Yeah, but you didn't call in on this topic. You're calling in to try to understand how to get a high value man or what high value men want. That's not this conversation. I have a lot of videos on my channel and a nice catalog. You got to peruse those. But that's not the topic tonight. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I follow up?
If it's on the topic, you can. If it's not, is it on the topic? I guess not. Is it on the topic?
Yes.
What is it?
I considered myself a high value woman for a while because of like what I've heard through my female friends in the media, social media specifically. And I just wanted to know, like, is that something from your perspective, like what I consider for myself, is that something that a male perspective would
That's
consider
not
a
okay.
high value?
You're still trying to ask where you rank. That's not the topic. The topic is
Okay.
really clear, ma'am. And I don't do that, young lady. Call back on the night that I'm talking about what you're talking about, or you book your one-on-one and you pay me and ask me what you want to ask, or you go watch the videos I have and piece it together yourself. But I'm trying to be nice and say, respect the topic and call in on the appropriate show. That goes to everybody.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I do the same thing for men. That's why I said if it's on the topic about married to Jesus, why should God send you a high value man? And that's pretty.
I completely misunderstood that.
But that's the title, ma'am.
The married to Jesus part.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. How do I pronounce your first name?
Shatana.
Shatana. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. So what did I get wrong? Tell me what I did wrong, because apparently I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong. You're doing a good job, actually. I wanted to call in because I am a Christian woman.
Okay.
And when you say that high value men are kind of out of the category for certain women, I wanted to say that my situation, I guess, is like a diamond in the rough type of situation because I know that I have cut off my chances because I can rate myself as a 6. I have one child, a son, and I'm a baby mama.
Okay.
All of that jazz. But God has blessed me with the boyfriend that I have now, who is a high value man.
Okay.
And I am just ecstatic at this point because I know that I don't deserve this, but I have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you want to get married?
I do so
Okay.
much.
How long have you guys been together?
It's a year and 2 months.
Does he have any children?
No.
Is he older or younger than you?
He's older by 1 month.
Okay. If you guys have been together for a year and a half, why are you guys not engaged?
Well, it's a year and 2 months, but why we're not engaged?
Yeah, all it takes is
That's
6 months.
You're right.
I know.
He has definitely asked. He has mentioned that he definitely wants to get married.
He said he wants to marry you?
He did. He said he wants to marry me. He's spoken to my father, apparently. I just found out about a week or 2 ago. So I guess it's in the works. It must be a surprise.
Okay. What does he do for a living?
He is an engineer.
Okay. And what do you do?
I work in collections, so I'm that person you don't want calling.
No, I just hang up on your ass. So here's the thing. Yes, it can happen. But what are the odds?
Yes.
So, I mean, I'll take everything you say at face value. But you're how old? 30 what?
I'm 29.
29. Do you want to have any more children?
I do. I want 2 more.
Does he want children?
He does. He actually wants 5.
And where's your father at?
My father is about 2 hours away from me. So he's in my life. We just don't live in the same town.
Okay. Well, if he's spoken to your father, let me know when the engagement happens.
I will call you and let you know. I'll be
But here's the
completely
thing.
safe from
What would you
something.
tell women who are in your position then?
That's a good one. So,
Yep.
ladies in my position, spend a lot of time seeking knowledge, like with this channel, for instance, and just reading and just getting to know yourself. Because I honestly think a lot of women jump on this bandwagon of thinking they should be hypergamous and they have unrealistic expectations. And that's very toxic. And I'm noticing that a lot, and not just the Black community, but even my girlfriends. I come from a Native American reserve. So even the Native American women that are my friends have the same toxic mentality. So it's not just the Black community, from what I've noticed personally.
All right. I'm gonna
Um,
move on to the next caller, but I would say this, that I would tell women, because you were, I would tell women, don't do what I did. That's honestly
right.
what I want to hear women like you tell women to do. Don't do what I did. Not how to fix what I did. Don't do what I did. And until we can start having women like yourself who say you're getting a different outcome, tell women, don't do what I did. We're not going to fix this. Because they will hear what you said and they will think, see?
Don't do what I did, lady.
But what I'm saying is though, that needs to be top of, if you really, because I mean, if everything what you're saying is true, you are an anomaly. It's, it's a one in 100.
Hello?
Yeah. So we need to be telling women not to do that. But let me know. Send me information when you get send me pictures of the ring. Thanks.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Lonnie. Hello.
Hi. Um,
Hi.
I'm just wondering what's wrong with waiting on God to send you a husband?
Excuse me. What's
Um,
wrong? Okay. What's the topic?
why should God send you a high value husband? Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Who are you?
Who am
Yeah, I
I?
don't know your name. You haven't introduced yourself. Will you just
Oh,
start questioning me like
oh.
I owe you an explanation? That's the normal thing
Oh,
that people do,
sorry.
is they introduce each other and you kind of talk first. You don't just start trying to check people.
I'm sorry.
Hi, your
Well,
name is
hi, my name is Lonnie.
Lonnie. Hi, I'm Kevin. Nice
And
to meet you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. So, why are you are you a Christian?
Yeah.
All right. And why should God, do you want to get married?
Yes.
Are you a wife?
Um, maybe not right now, but
Then
one
why
day.
should God send you a husband, period?
Because I'm gonna be a wife.
No. See, young lady, you want to do this, we'll do it. If you're a Christian, how does the scripture go? He who what?
Who finds a wife is a good thing.
Say again.
He who finds a wife is a good thing.
He who findeth a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means, oh dang, I don't know what that means.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
I mean, you call me asking me questions and you don't even know what that means? And you're a Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah. All this is recorded, silly little girls. Looking like Miss Piggy over there. Cute. This sad. This is all right, Grace. We're gonna go ahead and bounce you out. Oh, cute. Square dance rap. So at the end of the day, here's what it comes right down to. God does not owe you a husband. Stop walking around being married to Jesus. If you're not doing something, if you're not a wife, like that last silly little caller, Let me go get me some more Cheetos and hot Funyuns. Yeah, okay. You know when somebody's face is in the whole frame? Like, damn, you can enlarge the frame. Oh, I'm sorry. Face fit in that little box. All right. Seriously though, we gotta. The church is not the modern prosperity church is not helping black women. Black women, black men are not going to church. They don't want to hear preachers preach that prosperity gospel. They don't want to hear women with multiple children think it's nothing's wrong. They don't want to hear callers like the caller that I had before who just thinks, hey, I got a kid. No big deal. Yeah, it's a lot of wrong with having a kid out of wedlock if you want men at a certain level. And the net of it is God should not send you anything. Anything you want out of this life, you got to work for it. Faith without works is dead. God is not a cosmic sugar daddy. He's not celestial Santa Claus. He's not a genie. You're up for 3 wishes. If you want something, you better get out there like Becky, Maylene, Marisol, and Anu and compete. Because you got to understand something. Ladies, your looks and your weight tell the men what you think they deserve. Say it again. Your looks and your weight tell men what you think they deserve. And men can look at your looks and your weight and see that you don't think they deserve much. 5'4", 200 pounds, you telling men you don't deserve nothing but this. Take me as I am. And men are saying, nope, I'd rather go solo. You got men who are just cashing out, and never before have men walked away. So understand something. Men are built for the living life single. Y'all aren't. Get away from your aunties, your nays. Get away from them women who are in no man's land, who are not the women who are in the danger zone. Women who are in the danger zone, 27 to 35, they could go either way.
Danger zone!
27 to 35, they could go either way. The pressure's on them, but they could go either way. They can be safe. The women on the other side of 35, 36 to 60, no man's land, that's where the women who tend to be in a bad mood. Those are the women who tend to be there. Girl, you don't need to know. You go get a job. You don't need no man. You don't own them. That's where you get all Big Mama them and Nene and Auntie them and Neek them giving you all the advice, telling you, yeah, girl, eat the extra ho-ho, extra ding-dong. Yeah, girl, you look good with some weight. You need to put some weight on you. You look skinny over there. You look anorexic. They keep piling Popeyes on you because they want you to get big and swole like them so you can be over there with them, going to church, sitting on the front row, with necks looking like a pack of hot dogs, with that church hat on, face beat to the gods, smelling good, but you're not comfortable, church suit all tight, not enjoying life. They're not enjoying life. So when somebody like myself comes on and say, you need to drop the weight and get fit. You need to do nothing for no man. Okay. Any woman that tells you you don't need to do nothing for a man, run from her. Yes, you need to do a lot for men because you expect men to do a lot for you. And that's one of the biggest disconnects. We have so many women today thinking that they are the ish and you're not. Thinking you're settling. A woman, a baby mama, thinking she's settling. An average looking or cute baby mama thinking she's settling for an average middle class man. Whoa. So she'll stay in an apartment or a townhome or a small house, and the men will stay this way. And this is why black men and black women will continue to give money away to the economy. You won't have a black man, black woman get together, marry, buy a home, get some property, insurance policy, such and so forth, pass that on to their kids and pass on. See, it's all about what can I get out of my life? Ain't nobody worried about the next generation. I get it. You want to have life. You want to live life. A lot of you feel like you were lied to or you were deceived. Life ain't over, but you got to get real about where you are. And so many women today are delusional. Men cannot afford to be delusional because we get level set every day. You go out and try to shoot your shot at somebody who's outside your league, you'll find out where you are. I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm going to tell you, women in general, black women in particular, thank you for coming over here to at least listen. Stop listening to all these snowflake feminine channels who tell you, oh, he's so mean, he's so this, and he's so that, he's so toxic, he's so... Okay, sure. Where are the men in their audiences? Forget me. Where are the men, the high-value men in their audiences? Where are the long-term relationships coming as a result of their platforms? Where are the marriages coming as a result of their teachings and what they're pushing? Because if they're still teaching and pushing that stuff that it's always over there, it's always the men and never the woman in the mirror, you never have to do anything. It's always an understanding. See, the world don't look at it that way. The world is very cut and dry. The world may not say it back to you, but it sure treats you like it did. The world may not say, oh, you need to lose this or do that or such and so forth, but it treats you like it said it out loud. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow night is going to be a hell of a show. Yes, we're going to Swirl Land tomorrow night. We're going to discuss the whole black and white thing, the black-white thing. The black-white thing. The black-white thing. Oh, yeah. We're going to get into the black and white thing. Oh, my God. Tomorrow's show is going to be epic. Get here 10 minutes early. Get you a bottle of wine. Get you some Xanax, some popcorn. You are going to want to be here because I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of misinformation and miscommunication going on out here. We got to get it settled. I mean, some of you folks out here act like you want to be white. That's what I heard. Some of y'all want to be white. Some of y'all think white is right. And here's the thing, and to my non-black friends and family members, let me do what I do. I'm talking to black folk right now, so you get a witness of an inside conversation. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Because I'm hearing some crazy things out there, you know. But here's the thing. You're entitled to your own opinion, but not your own facts. And the facts are in. The majority of any race wants to be with its own self. When it comes right down to it, white women cut for white men. When it comes right down to it, Hispanic women cut for Hispanic men. When it comes right down to it, Middle Eastern women cut for Middle Eastern men. When it comes right down to it, Asian women cut for Asian men. When it comes right down to it, black women cut for... Oh, you thought Brad and them was going to be on your side. Oh, you thought Ahmed Keith, you thought Ahmed Enrique Lee? Is it black or white? Duff, yeah, black or white. You know Michael Jackson? Yeah, we gonna use that show tomorrow. Black or white. Of course, if you follow my channel any length of time, you know I talk about the tagline is that things aren't black or white, it's gray. You have to be a Patreon to find that. Black, white, pink, or gray. Tomorrow night's show. Come forward. Oh, and I'll be unblocking a lot of the swirlers and a lot of the more vocal voices. A lot of people be unblocked for tomorrow night's show so they can sound off and have their opinion heard as long as they're respectful. But you got one time to step out of line or get crazy because you will get tomorrow. You got one time to get crazy. So until the next time, we're going to get up out of here. Godfather got something to do. Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. I got a delivery coming. Woo. I love my 1 o'clock deliveries. Till the next time, peace. We are gone. Black or white, still, yeah.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Join me on Patreon. Things you will only see there. Details. Uh-oh. It's time to be out right here. There we go. There's the Patreon link. Something's going on. It's not clicking out. Join me on Instagram for videos you will only see in the frat room. When they're up, they're up. When they're gone, they are gone. Email me at info@briankevinsanders.com with your show ideas. If you have a proposal you want me to look at, I'm looking for videographers. You've seen some of the cool edits. Here's the thing. Don't just send me links to your say and look at my work. Nope. I want to see what you can do. I'm only going to be doing this for another 2 weeks, and I'm going to go ahead and hire somebody to do good work. If you want to be considered, let me know. I pay well. If you want to book your one-on-one time with me, go to briankevinsanders.com and pick your personal advice, your interpersonal communication, your career coaching, corporate consulting, or your virtual consultation, where you can learn the basics of masculine wardrobe and some of the basic things you need to get your English from here to there. It's not an Indian makeover, it's a good start. Or if you have a customized session, something you just want to chop up, a little bit of all, customized billable hours. At the end of the day, if you don't know which one, pick that one. Descriptions on the website.
So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah. So set the bar before the
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all the Patreons. Thank you to all the members of the channel. Thank you to the moderators. Thank you to the new members. Look, man, I know this channel is shocking to some. It's probably outrageous to some. But settle in. Give us a chance. Without black couples, you can't have black nothing. Peace out.